Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have an exciting video. I actually just wanted to show you guys a lot of the new products that I've been getting, and I wanted to create a very natural everyday summer makeup. And guess what? I'm not using foundation, so let's get to it. So since I won't be using any foundation for this tutorial, I really needed my skin to look really refreshed and hydrated. So I'm actually going to be using these products by Origin, which are actually from their ginseng collection. And thanks to Origins who actually helped me create this video, I'm going to be applying the refreshing eye cream. So when I applied it, this cream actually goes on very smoothly and it's pretty cold, which actually feels really good in that area. I really like the fact that this cream is actually going to help when applying my concealer. It's going to run a little bit smoother in that area. And the cool thing about this product and this collection actually is that it's made from caffeine. Yes, coffee bean, which I think is pretty cool. So next I'm going to be applying the Origins Ginseng SPF 40 Energizing Boosting Tinted Moisturizer. So I'm going to just be applying small amounts on the areas where I really want a little bit more coverage and my skin to look more evened out. One thing that I noticed about this product is that it works really good with your natural skin tone. You're not going to see much ashiness, which I actually have to deal with a lot because I do have tanner complexion, and I really love the fact that it's oil free and very lightweight. And if you are interested in this product, definitely check out origins.com. I'll be leaving a coupon code down below where you can get a free ginseng duo with any $35 order. But now that we're done with our skin, I'm actually going to be doing my brows just really quickly. This is actually the only product that isn't something new that I'm trying. So I'm just using the Anastasia brow pencil. And now I'm excited to try more new products. I'm using the Smashbox primer. I've actually used the shade medium on a client that I had, and she was a little bit more tanner and it actually worked very well. So I'm trying the lighter shade just to see which one I prefer on myself. So now that I'm done priming my eyes, I'm actually going to go in with this new palette by Pure Cosmetics, which has this really nice marbled look that I really liked, and it's a neutrals palette, so I'm definitely going to be using this for work all the time. So the first shade that I'm using is Splurge, which is a really nice brown that I'm going to be applying on the crease, just blending it out. So what I noticed is they're very smooth and the shadows are very blendable. So the next shade that I'm using is Twinkle. I actually just applied it with my finger. I didn't have to put too much pressure on it, but you can definitely add a mist to make this look a little bit more intense. I'm going for like an everyday look, nothing too crazy, at least for me. The next shade that I'm using is Stunner, which is probably one of my favorite shades from this palette, at least a matte shade. It's like this rust look that I really like. So I'm going to be deepening the lid, and I'm just going to be applying this like on the crease. And lastly, I'm going to be applying the shade Epic, and I'm going to be smoking out a small line, kind of forming a wing, but not really. Now I'm just going to be applying one of my favorite lashes, which are from Cocoa Lashes. These are the Diva lashes, and I honestly wear these on a daily for my natural look. And now I'm going to actually try another product and another brand that I've actually never tried. This is Alati London, and this is the Color Click. So I'm using a color corrector palette. And you guys already know I really love color correcting to even out my skin tone. This is in Burnt Orange. And I actually really like the product and how I blend it. It really reminds me of the Quad by Makeup Forever that I kind of use on a daily. And the next product that I'm trying out is the L'Oreal Concealing and Contour Kit, and this is in the shade 220. I actually really like this kit. I think it's a great affordable kit. One thing that I do suggest is that you do apply some mist on the sponge before blending, because I kind of didn't know how to work the product at first. And the first shade that I applied was a little too light, so it was looking a little ashier on me. So I went with a third shade to kind of make it match a little bit better. But overall, I think the coverage is really good and it's a good affordable concealer palette. The next product that I'm trying out has been kind of hyped here on YouTube. It's the Too Faced Born This Way Setting Powder. And to be honest, I actually really liked how this set, especially on the tinted moisturizer and on the concealer application. If you can see, it kind of made it seem like I had a thicker foundation on, or gave it more coverage. So I actually really liked it, and you're gonna see me once again in this tutorial using it again for another purpose. But now I'm actually going back to the L'Oreal concealer and contour kit to just apply a little bit more coverage on the eyebrow area and to perfect it. I noticed the consistency of this product is a little thicker, which allows me to use it for various things. So I went ahead and perfected my brows and kind of hid the little pelitos and little hair that I had in that area. I'm going back to the Pure Cosmetics palette and using the shade Stunner and applying it on the bottom lash line. And then applying the shade Twinkle on the inner corner lash line. Next, I'm going to be trying out these new Makeup Geek bronzers. This one is in the shade Tawny, which is actually for medium skin tones. And I absolutely loved the texture of the bronzer. It has a creamy feel to it once you blend it into your skin. And to contour the nose, I actually added the lighter shade, which is in the shade Sunkissed. And this is the shade that is meant for lighter complexions. Next, I'm going to be using the Alati London Blush Crush. I loved the texture of this blush, you guys. This is my first time trying it, and the color, and I'm not really a blush person, so that says a lot. Now moving on to the highlight. This one is by Ciate London, and can we talk about the beautiful packaging? This one is in the shade Starburst, and I really like the color. The application was beautiful. I don't think the camera did justice to how nicely it applied on my skin, and the shade is perfect for every day. Now I'm going to be setting everything with the Hangover setting spray. I love setting spray, so I was excited when they created a setting spray. And I'm going to go back to the setting powder so it can help me out with my puffy jaw that's been swollen. The people who follow me on Snapchat understand that it's been locking and just swollen. But as you can tell, I'm trying out the new L'Oreal mascara, which I absolutely loved and have been using since this day. Let me just put it that way. Next are my lip products. I'm just going to be using this Makeup Forever lip liner that I've had since I'm going to be trying a new lip gloss. And this lip gloss in the formula I really loved. It's the new lip glosses by Jouer. This one is in the shade Maiden Lane. It's the most perfect nude on myself, so I'm pretty sure any brown girl who's having trouble finding a nice nude, this one is for you, girl. And I'm just going back to my falsies to make them look a little bit more real, like they're coming from my lid. And I'm using the mascara and just applying it on a brush and just kind of sweeping it through. And I'm gonna go back to the highlight that I used by Ciate London and just apply it on the inner corners of the eyes. And make sure to remove the setting powder by Too Faced. And we are completely done. I hope you guys really enjoyed this look. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you guys haven't. Bye guys!